Can you hear me now? Yay! Okay, sorry about that. It looks like my OBS decided to have some kind of a stroke and reset. Yeah, reset my mic to not have anything on, which is really weird. So I got that reset. Anyhow, do want to say hello to everybody, and I'm going to hit the welcome again because I can. Welcome in, everybody. And thank you, Jamie, for letting me know that I had no sound. I'm assuming that there was sound for the music that was playing for like the last 5 minutes. I'm hoping. I'm also probably not going to be as energetic today because I've got a pinched nerve or something in my back. It's been doing much better all day today. And then about a half hour or so ago, it decided it didn't like me anymore. So now I've got the pain going down my arm. Beachcomber Nomni over on YouTube was the first person in, and she is from Huntsville, and I want to say welcome because I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama, which is kind of cool. We got a bunch of folks over there. We've got Teresa and Jamie on the Not2Shabby shop side. So if you are watching on YouTube, fabulous. However, I would love for you to also go over to the Not2Shabby shop's Facebook group and follow over there as well and give Jamie all of that love and support her channel over there. So that would be super awesome. Looking to see if there's anything else I am missing so far. Looks like that's not working, but that's okay. What we're going to be playing with today is a couple of the paper packs that just came out for September. This is the Paper Plat Pad Club, and one of them is all harvesty goodness, all the autumn colors, which I don't see down here because I'm in Florida. And then the other one, yeah, it is glitter that's not actually glitter. It is printed on, so it has all the prettiness without the glitter flaking off. So that is super cool. Oh, thank you so much. Beachcomber Noni shared this on her Facebook feed. So fabulous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I do keep on kind of looking back and forth because I want to make sure that I got all of the chat. Let me pop this one out so I've got everything over in one spot. And we will go with that. So I've got all of my chat right there. Yay! Okay, great. And put on live chat for YouTube. Okay, so we've got Beachcomber Noni from Huntsville, Alabama. We've got Miss Judy B. Judy B. Creative is in the house. Linda Gorman's in the house. Kathy Payton from PA. Kelly's Craft. First person who said, actually, Linda Gorman was the first person on that side that said no sound, which I didn't see because I was looking at the Facebook group, and Jamie told me over there, so I do appreciate everything. Of course, Cordelia had to put her 2 cents in and let me know there was no sound. Maria T, and I'm just looking to see if there's anybody else that I haven't said hello to yet because, you know, I absolutely love you guys. Maria is saying the glitter papers are pretty. Yes, they are. We've got lots of pretty things. So again, I want to say welcome. I do not have the zombie on, guys. Sorry, I don't have that. I was planning on getting it set up, but there's so many other things I was working on, I didn't get a chance. Cordelia says, hey, for me, it's more like 5 cents. So she put in her 5 cents worth. Okay, let me go ahead and switch the camera around and we shall see what we're going to make because I've got, what I did is I went ahead and pulled out some of my older Not2Shabby shop stamps and the Halloween set because I figured something of that will go good with this. These older stamp sets they are actual Not2Shabby shop stamps. I cannot speak, which means that at this point they're not available in the store, but that doesn't mean that you can't use some of the stuff that you already have in your stash, okay? That is so weird. The live on Facebook looks like it's really far behind. And YouTube is fussing at me too. So anyhow, I don't know. I know that my internet's been kind of screwy. And now I've got twirly things. So y'all let me know if it's glitching or whatever. I don't know. If it does start to glitch too much, then I will cancel the YouTube live and everybody go over to the Facebook because I want to give Jamie all the love over there. So it looks like it is working again, which is good. But anyhow, okay, so switching the camera around. Yes, hit the right button. Awesome. Another thing that I got this time around was the ephemera set that goes with these, which is really cool. And again, I'm not real sure what I want to make with it, but I think what I'm going to do to start off with is just kind of pick what colors I want to work with and stamping, and then put something together, and it'll be fun. It does keep buffering now and then. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I have no idea. I'm thinking it may be just my internet is not wanting to be nice. We had an internet glitch last night because of storms, and we of course have had storms already today, which means my husband's actually in the room with me, where usually he's not here for my live streams. So I'm going to do a quick speed test and see what's going on there while I start playing a little bit. These are really pretty. I'm thinking anything with this burnt orange and orange would be really pretty. What I did last time around, and I've still got them, is I used another page just like this, ran it through my scan and cut all of the goodies out, and they turned out into some perfect little ephemera pieces. These are bigger than the others. So one thing I did notice is that the colors on here in the paper pack were a little bit more vibrant than the ones that printed out for the ephemera. So I can tell the difference. Plus they're a little bit bigger. So we've got all the fun ephemera pieces though, and we can do so much stuff with them. So let me see. I kind of like the pumpkin there. And then we've got this set that's called Fall Sentiments. I think it was out last year. This got some, I think it was last year. I can't keep track. Okay, Beachcomber Noni says that she did, I'm going to just start calling you Noni if that's okay. But Noni says that she refreshed her page and it is better. Cordelia says, hi Todd. Yeah. Todd meowed at you. Okay, Noni also says, I need to always get the matching ephemera sets because I'm very sloppy at fussy cutting. Well, that's the thing. My Scan and Cut did fabulous on these. It did so good. So I am really happy with that. Plus, I've got some other stamp sets. Like this one was called Autumn's Calling. I think it was super pretty. And this one, again, was from last year. Yeah. And my speed test says, actually it does say that it is a little low. My upload speed is supposed to be around 11 Mbps for you guys that are techie. And it is right now saying it's about 6.5, which is better than before I got my upgrade last year, but it is still not where it needs to be. It also means that it's taking a bit more power for me to be able to stream to both places, which is why if it keeps it up like that, I'm gonna basically just go streaming on one to make sure that it works okay. Okay, that's an idea, but I don't know that I want to do it. I also pulled out some dies. This is actually because I'm thinking about the class I'm going to do this next week. Okay, so Beachcomber Noni's name is Alyssa. So I'm going to start calling you Alyssa. And Cordelia says she'll try to remember that. So I've got these that I haven't actually used. I've had them in my stash for a while, but I haven't had a chance to actually pull them out. And they are some kinetics, basically sliders. So I can make some slider cards. And that's what I'm going to do for my class coming up next month. So, but what do I want to do? I think I'm going to start off with sentiments, and then we can go from there. Hello, Miss Yvette. How are you doing, honey? Welcome, welcome. So since everything is kind of got that whole rustic look, I'm thinking red will probably go good with it, although this isn't really a burnt orange. I could layer some red and some yellow together, and that would probably do an orangish. Also playing with, because I just got it yesterday, the grip mat from Waffle Flower that fits inside your Misty. So I played with it, and so far it is basically making it so that I can't really screw up, which is always a good idea. Judy needs some guidance in using Scan and Cut. Absolutely, I will help. Facebook is really laggy. Yeah, I saw that it was a bit behind. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we'll see how it does. Let's go ahead and stamp out some sentiments. The thing I always do when I'm stamping in my MISTI is I always line it up in the corner, and almost always either I don't put it down on the DIY sticky mat that I had in there correctly all the way in the corner, or it slides just a touch that I don't see it sliding up a little bit before I actually do my second stamping. So far I have not had that happen at all on this. This fits perfect in that space. It is exactly the size inside that well, which is awesome. And then I've also got the grid on the back of it so that I can put my paper down and put it right in the A2 size. Yeah, I've got an internet issue on mine. My streamer bot basically disconnected and reconnected real quick. So that's part of it. It is my internet is not being very nice. And looks like I had a glitch on the YouTube side too. So I don't think that it has anything to do with the power of my machine. It has to do with my internet not wanting to work. So I like Fall Breeze and Autumn Leaves. I really like the Hey There Pumpkin. That is one of my favorites. And I'm going to go with those two, I think. And still leaving them with plenty of space around. I'm just going to cut them out and they'll be... No, and an ad popped up. Yeah, they've kind of changed the things. Are you still on an... I don't know if she's still on an ad. I do have to figure out what the new rules are for the ads and such, but we will figure it out. Hello, Miss Lynn. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp with the yellow. This one is Slippery When Wet from Simon Hurley. I'm going to do that one first. And then I'm going to go over it again with the bee sting. And that should I'm looking at this stuff. Okay, so Noni said, Alyssa says that hers is working great. Looks like it's not wanting to, I don't think I actually used all of the stamps in the stamp set. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Oh, I love that. Does need a little bit more red, and then I may go back over it with more green, more yellow. But I love the colors. Okay, wipe it down a little bit. So is who okay? I'm looking back to see. Okay, Kelly says that she closed the live, but it's not continuing. So maybe she's got it. Somebody can check on her in the chat for me, because I can't really type at the moment. I'm sorry. But maybe check with her and see whether or not she has it paused, because I have done that before and not meant to. Okay, I'm going to put some more yellow on to bring out that kind of burnt orangey look. But yeah, I think those turned out pretty good. So we have a couple of sentiments, and the easiest way I'm finding so far, and like I said, I just got this one, is by bending the mat, and it lets go of the card just like you would on your Scan and Cut. I did watch a video from Simon Hurley yesterday, today, something like that, and he doesn't even do that. He just peels it off. I have a bad habit of warping my cardstock. Even if it shouldn't, I still do it sometimes. Okay, so Kelly had to get out and come back in. So happy that you are back, honey. Thank you so much. And that's usually what refreshing the screen does, says Miss Judy B. So yeah, so far I am very happy with this my acetate is now stuck to it again. Okay. I am liking this mat so far, and because it is basically a large photopolymer stamp, it's gonna work great. It means it's so easy to clean, and if it loses its stick for any reason, it's probably because you got too much dust on there, which means all you have to do is clean it off, just like you would your stamps, right? Okay, so Alyssa says that her Facebook Live is only slightly ahead of the YouTube Live now. Awesome. Okay, so since these don't have, these I do not have dies for, I'm just going to cut them out with my scissors. Just do a little fussy cutting. And yes, I am feeling it in my arm. Unlike carpal tunnel, which you're feeling in your wrist, I'm feeling everything right up here in my arm. So yeah, it's just... what size is the waffle flower one? It's the one that is designed to fit in the Misty. So I double checked it. I think it's, let me just double check again. So this is 6.5 inches and this is 8.5 inches. So that's the one you'll want to get. You want to get the one that fits the Misty. I am thinking about getting the other acetate guides that they've got, because they've got a bunch of different ones that you can use. It came with 2 of them that fit on the back. The one that I have on there, the green lines, it's the one that came with it. It came with actually 2 of those. So I think one is in case you lose it. And I'm not going to really worry too much about how my fussy cutting is on this one. We're going to have a white border around everything. Let's get rid of the rest of that cardstock, because I can't ever cut when I've got too much extra card. And the easiest way to fussy cut, of course, is by turning the card, not your scissors. I do like the way that this actually turned out to be the burnt orange color I was going for. That is just so nice. But that also means if you don't have a color of ink that you need, just... Okay, it's so weird that ads keep popping up. This is something new on YouTube. YouTube has, meaning if you're on the Facebook one, Miss Cordelia, you're not going to see any ads. So you could be on both and just lurk on the YouTube side. Because, of course, that's how YouTube pays out its people. When you talk about monetization on YouTube, it's because of ad revenue. Anyway, they've changed something, and right at the beginning of the stream, or right before we got started, it asked me if I wanted them to handle it. It's like, okay, because I don't know what's going on. I did see a couple of videos recently talking about that, some of the changes that YouTube is going to be doing. So they are going to be making it easier to run your stream instead of you thinking about ads, which I don't ever really think about ads. But they're going to go ahead and automatically do them. I found that they... Okay, so Kelly is saying, I wish there was something to help line up sentiments and get them straight. This is one of the creative corners. I've had it a long time. I actually got it before I got my Misty. It is filthy, but it's basically a little L square. It's kind of like a T square, and it lines up perfect inside your Misty. That I don't need. Now this is going to be a little more difficult to do, probably because I have the sticky grid in here that's going to hold everything in place. But actually, let me put a piece of card down and let you see what it does. So we've got our cardstock down. You line this up with the edge, and then you line up your stamp with the edge of this ruler. And it does stick to them, yes, because everything is, the photopolymer is sticky, so you have to kind of be careful. But this is nice because you can also slide it away, and it fits in there so that you can close it down, pick up your stamp, and then take the ruler off. So you can do that. You don't have to remove the little ruler before you pick up your stamps. My problem is, even when I do that, I've been real bad about having my my cardstock shift a little bit so that it doesn't actually stay where I want it, which makes it a lot harder to get everything lined up perfect. But so far, like I said, I've only done a little bit of playing the last couple of days because it came in the mail yesterday, and every single stamping I've done has lined up perfectly. Nothing has shifted, and it has been absolutely fabulous using this new sticky grid. I got the one from Waffle Flower. There is another one that is very similar that is from Altenew. They're with the Altenew stamping wheel, which is really cool. And I have used that when Creativation this last year, I went over to their kiosk and everything, and I did get to play with it and did a project, and it works great. But it's also bigger than my Misty, and it would take up more space. And I need things that I can get to easily, don't have to get up from my desk. If I have to get up from my desk, it makes it a lot harder for me to use something because I have to gather all the things, bring them all over here, and then put them all away afterwards. If it's stuff that I'm going to use all the time, it's going to be here at my desk, period. I've got my Misty, I've got my cutting, my little trimmer, I've got a bunch of inks, all that stuff within arm's reach, and those are the things that I use all the time. This is my prime real estate, I guess you want to say. So anything that is prime real estate, anything that I'm going to use all the time is going to be here. Cordelia says she loves her stamp wheel. All of her stamping platforms are right behind me in a cubby. You've seen kind of how my room is set up. I'm at a desk up against a window. There is nothing behind me other than floor space between me and my husband's desk. I do have some rolling carts off to the side that even I get irritated with the fact that they're there because, yeah, the whole anxiety with too many things, that happens all the time. Okay, bye-bye, Miss Yvette. So sorry you have to leave us, but anyhow, you have a wonderful night, honey. Okay, so we've got that. We've got some papers, and these are all going to match perfectly. Awesome. But I'm not going to want it to be too samey, which means I'm probably going to use another thing. And do I want to, now we've got a couple of sentiments, do I want to use something else? So I was thinking about the pumpkin, but I'm thinking maybe not because, you know, we've got that one that is the pumpkin. Oh, and I do have some leaves and stuff from the last time I used this, and an apple. And it looks like those were some cleanup pages, some things that I was going to throw away and then didn't. Yeah. So Alyssa says, I've been stocking the stamp wheel for a while. I have 2 smaller platforms, but need a larger one. Well, it is really, really cool, and it does make it super easy to be able to do anything where you want to do like a wreath or something because you're able to just turn the wheel on the top. It makes that that makes that super easy to do. It also makes it real easy to line up. I've got a different platform here. This guy, if you understand how this one works, you're going to understand how that works. You basically put the stamp on there and then you can have it lined up. But it's also got, you line everything up once, you pick it up with the stamp wheel and you're able to put it back in the exact same position, unlike this guy where you got to kind of try to get it. But it is great, a great positioner. It definitely holds everything in place. But again, it is about like this big. And I really don't know if I recently cleaned out this drawer. So I might have room for that too. I'll have to think about it. But I absolutely love the idea of having something that will go in my Misty because that's going to be where it lives. I can take it out if I want to, but I found out yesterday I can actually stencil in my Misty with it without having to remove it. And that is awesome. Okay. Sorry guys, it's just, that thing is just bugging me so much. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go with one of the mugs. Actually, I think I'm going to go with one from this set. And then the one that looks kind of like a Starbucks from this other one. Like I said, these are a couple of older sets from Not2Shabby, which means that because they are all available only for a limited time, You guys need to pick it up when it comes out as a box of the month or stamp and die of the month and all those things. And we've got some really, really, really cute things coming out like next week. Yes. So you will be seeing something from me coming up really, really quick on those because they're just so darn cute. I got so many projects I want to get done. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to stamp out a couple of these. Let's do... And I know I'm all over the place, guys. That's where I keep getting distracted by my arm. That is exactly what it is. So I'm going to do this. I'm thinking if I have it high enough up, I should be able to, we're going to see, since I have this in the center, I should be able to turn it. Actually, this is off by just a touch. I should be able to just take the sticky grid out and turn it and be able to stamp the other side. So I'm lining it up with the A2 lines. Make sure that that is right where I want it. Placing my stamps down. We got to pick it up. Stamp out the first two, and then we're going to see if it works with me going the opposite. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use my VersaFine Clair because it works so well. Do I want to do that? I'm going to prove to you guys that these things are going to stay in place. I'm going to use a stamp pad that I know I'm going to need to do multiple layers. Because I need a re-inker, and no, Cordelia, I have not gotten a re-inker yet. I think last time I looked there wasn't any. They were out, and this is a Gina K Designs. I'm also learning Twist It. It does better. Because I wasn't doing that. So I might actually have enough ink. I doubt it, but. Does need more ink on there, so everything's staying, it's not moving at all. And since I'm planning on doing two, I'm probably only going to have time to color up one of them, but we shall see. That's pretty close. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Perfect. Haha! I got it positioned just right. Awesome. And I'm kind of with Alyssa on the stamp wheel. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it, so if it goes on sale, like for Black Friday or something, I may do that. Or I may just tell my mother-in-law when we go to visit at Thanksgiving, say, I kind of want this. Could you get it for me for my birthday or for Christmas? I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean up the stamps. And something I should have done this a long time ago. I've never really had really good luck with stamp cleaners. So it's like I found that most stamp cleaners clean about the same way that using a baby wipe does, but I am really liking the archival ink cleaner. I got this because I've got that Better Press, and I love my Better Press, but it's been working fabulously for getting ink off of everything. Enough so that when I'm rubbing the stuff on there, it's basically making that little pad really bad. But this has been working great. It doesn't always get all of it off, but it gets a lot more off than just a baby wipe does, or even my other cleaners. So devious? No. She knows. What's funny is I think about this time last year, I was telling you guys about how I really wanted, I think it was last year. Anyway, I was talking about how I really wanted the solar pastes. And so what happens? Yeah, they came in the mail, and my husband got them for me for Christmas. Because he heard me talking about it on a live. So if you go live, guys, anybody out there that goes live, and if your husband's in the room, mention the things that you kind of want that you don't have yet, and they might just get them for you. Okay. I haven't tried that one yet. I basically got this one because it was either at Michael's or Joann's, and I needed it because I had just gotten the Better Press in the mail. So yeah. A lot of the different things, the inks and the ink cleaner and those kind of things from when I first started, I got at Michael's because it's like 3 minutes. It's about 3 miles away. It's real close. I used to go there all the time, and that's exactly why I have too much stuff that I have to go through, because they would have the sale on their paper packs. So yeah, I've got a lot of paper that I have never used that I need to either donate or use. Because if I tried to send it to any of you guys, shipping would be outrageous. Okay, so I've got these, and I think what I'm going to use to color them with, I'm going to bring out my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, and I'm going to try to stick with the coloring. I'm real bad about, I just go ahead and stamp something and color it the way I want it, and then try to find paper that works. And usually it doesn't match. And I just noticed that that's a little bit off. There, that's better. Now I'm in the center of the circle. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to add any water this time, but I might. Who knows? But yeah, these are super cute. I loved them last year too. My problem is I just run out of time. I've got so many things that I love to play with. And we're going to go with, I'm going to try to keep with the burnt orange and that kind of thing. So kind of the orangey brownish thing. So starting off with the vanilla. And I'm already coloring outside the lines, but oh well. I think I need to have some water, yes. Because I do like the way that these it basically melts the color so nice. Water just does. What's Toad watching? Todd is watching a bike race. It looks like he just found out that one that he's been saving on there, because you watch him when you have time, and he hasn't had time, is basically going to be disappearing from Peacock. So he has to get, like, I think it's 4 days worth of them watched in like 2 days or something like that. Okay, and this is actually a really good color. I think this one is Vintage Photo. I think that would be kind of cool to add just as a little bit of a shadow on our whipped cream or foam or whatever this stuff is on this coffee or hot chocolate drink. I think it's a coffee drink. It's also got cinnamon. So we've got our cinnamon sticks. The cinnamon sticks, of course, need to be a little darker. So I will add the color down first and add a little bit more and probably bring in another color. Let's see, where's my other brown? I think this one is walnut stain. Yep, walnut stain. So I'm going to add a little bit of that also. That looks pretty good. And let's add a little bit of it also to our vanilla. So we've got a couple of colors there. It's not going to blend too much. So that one looks pretty good. I'm going to do the same kind of thing with this little guy here with our Vintage Photo. Just add a little bit of color to it. So it's white, but it's not stark white. You know, it's kind of got a little bit of a warm white going. Are these distress oxide colors in pencil form? I don't think so. I think they're just, these are distress watercolor pencils. So I don't think they're oxide. I think they're actually like regular distress, but they are watercolor pencils. It's the same colors as all of his inks. So the inks come in either oxide or dye. This I don't think is either of those. I don't think it's, I don't know what the underlining thing is, but I just got them because I wanted to try them out. I've got other watercolor pencils if I can find them, and you've never seen them. These came out this summer. And I've got all of them. I've got the full set. I was fortunate enough to find where a company, and I absolutely love the lady that they came from, but she has had some health issues and is had to close down her shop this summer. So she was getting rid of everything. So she basically sold these at least a 30% discount. The stamp set right now that I'm playing with, I'm actually playing with some things from two of them. So they welcome in Arlene. One is Full of Thanks, and the other one is Autumn's Calling, and then Fall Sentiments. I've already done the sentiments there. These are some older ones from Not2Shabby, and they are not available on the website. I have asked Jamie before, you know, how can we get some of the older ones that we have that are no longer in stock? And if she gets enough requests, she can ask for basically a reproduction of them. However, she needs at least like 40 or so people to want a set before she can actually have them go back into production. It's just kind of that sort of thing. So you can use anything that you have that goes along with these fun papers. And I'm just basically picking out some things that are fall theme, and that's what I'm going with. I mean, you could also, because one of the packs is all glitter, you could also use the new Best Witches stamp set. I've got that. I think that's fun. I've done a couple of cards with this so far also. But yeah, I've got lots of different coffee things. I was really into coffee stuff for a while there. Lately, I haven't really had the time to get all of that done. Okay, so we've got, I'm not sure what that one is, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to add a little bit of green for the floral piece. And I'm just going to go lightly there to give a little bit of an illusion that I actually colored it in. Because, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to make sure that I'm inside the lines on those. And then I'm going to go in. Let's see, let's do some yellowish color. This one is Fossilized Amber. Not a yellow, but kind of a muted yellow for the emblem. I'm not adding a lot. And then I think I want to do brown for the piece in the middle and just guess that it's a pine cone, because I can't really tell what it is. Okay, now I'm going to grab, let's do, this one is Antique Linen. I'll use Antique Linen for the cup. And this is just to give it a little bit of shape. And there are a couple of different ways you can do your watercolor. You can draw on it first, you know, color everything in with your watercolor pencil, and then use the water to, you know, blend it out, and that does a really good effect too. I find that I'm able to get more control, and yeah, and I'm kind of OCD, but more control and do a little bit darker if I wet the crayon or wet the pencil with my watercolor brush before adding it on. Then I can add it exactly where I want it. Which, while I'm thinking about it, I need to put this on my travel list, the pencils, because I think that's going to work out really good for when I go out of town at Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'm going to say that that one is pretty much done. It looks like we've got a little bit of sharp lines though. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of water, straight water, from my brush to kind of blend it out a little bit. Oops. And apparently I hit something. Oh, where's my other thing? There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Arlene. And I do want to say welcome, because I didn't give you a proper welcome earlier, so. And that goes for anybody else that I missed. Okay, so for my cup here, I think I want to do, this one I'm going to do some reds. So I'm going to start off with some fired brick. And this is going on the outside edge. And that also ties in with that, burnt orangey look that some of the papers have got. So this is going to be the darker shade. Probably. Sometimes I change my mind and add another layer because you just keep going until it looks like what you want, right? And I do want to thank you guys again for coming and hanging out with me tonight over here on my channel and on the Facebook group. We are live in both places right now. So we are live on my YouTube channel and we are live in the Facebook group. This is the Not2Shabby Shop Facebook group. If you have not given it a follow, be sure to head over to Facebook and do so and show Jamie lots and lots of love. She is absolutely fabulous. Okay, so I think that's good for start for the darker color. Now we're going to bring in this candy apple. Candied apple. That's going to brighten everything up some more. But I may go back in and darken it up again. It really depends on how I like the way it looks once I get everything down. And I'll be honest, guys, I almost always change my mind. Irish coffee with whipped topping and cinnamon sticks. Stop it. I don't need to go get anything like that, Another thing you need to take in consideration when you're doing something like this is your cardstock. I'm using just regular cardstock, which means it's probably going to warp a little bit. I'm not using a lot of water though. And part of this is just that I don't really keep a lot of watercolor paper on my desk, which I probably should. I told you I only use the stuff that's right here, and I just cut a bunch of sheets of regular cardstock down into cardstock panels so that I can use them. Oh, that's looking so pretty. What do you guys think? Actually, it looks brighter and more vibrant in front of me than it does on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to bring some more of this in and go ahead and do the handle real quick. And I think I am going to bring more of that rusty hinge? No, fired brick. I'm going to bring some more of the fired brick in. Because I basically blended out all of the shadows. Okay, and now I'm going to clean out the tip of my brush because you guys probably see that I got a little bit too much of that color in the wrong spot. So I'm going to try to basically mute it out some. Get rid of it. I could always use a craft knife to cut it, but you know what? I'm not always good at that. Jamie made a homemade pumpkin spice latte today. Okay, I'm going to say that those are done. Let's heat them up a little bit. If I can remember where my heat gun is. And something else that if I had not already taken the stamps out of the MISTI, I could have gone back and re-stamped this like I do a lot of times and heat embossed. Oh, well, thank you so much, Arlene. No worries, honey. The replays are always there, and we love our replay crew, even if you can't come in and say hi during a live stream, which I love. I love having you guys hang out with me and stuff. But even if you can't do that, you know, pop into the replays on both YouTube and on Facebook and, you know, give it a like and add a comment, all the things that lets each of the platforms know that you like it. So we are always happy when you're here, but even if you can just leave a comment when you pop in later, that is totally fine too. I don't have time to watch all of the videos of all of the people that I absolutely love, so we all know what you're going through. I think I watched part of 2 videos today. That's all the time that I had. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my little cup here. I still don't know for sure what I'm going to do. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring out one of my magic mats because I do want to cut that slot out. I'm going to just use use a craft knife, which I'm not good at this. So Cordelia says, oh, okay. Cordelia says, I need to hop a flight and go see Kelly. I hope that was an offer, Kelly, when you said you have pumpkin sourdough bread. You know we want the food. You know it. And I'll be honest, one reason why I'm not good with the knife is this is an old one. I need to replace it and or replace the blades. And there's a couple that I've been looking at, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it, mostly because I don't do this enough. It's all about the tools. That's the thing. If you have got good tools, you're going to do more with them. That's what happened when I switched to the magic mat. I wound up doing a ton more die cutting than I had ever thought about before. So yeah, if I had a good craft knife that I liked, which that's going to be good enough. Nobody's going to know that it wasn't perfect. But and this one I'm going to try cutting pretty close to the line. Shouldn't be too difficult. And these scissors definitely have made it a lot easier for me to cut. I've still got some of my older ones, but I'm able to get closer into those little oh my goodness, Jamie's having issues with Facebook. Yeah, I've noticed on some things when I'm trying to post something. Actually, I've seen it even more on Twitch. I'll type something and then I'll add an emoji, and then everything that I typed disappears, but the emoji gets posted. So I have the opposite problem. But sometimes the platforms are just really, really funky. I have no idea what the programmers are doing with some of the stuff that they're doing. And we do all love the emojis. And I just realized that Cordelia answered a question that I have never actually asked out loud to anybody that I've had about Facebook and membership and ads. I've wondered whether or not it was like on Twitch where members don't have ads, but apparently they do have ads, which I don't think is really fair. So that's something that we need to really talk to. We need to talk to YouTube about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind the ads and the ad revenue and stuff. It's not really a whole lot, but it helps. But I'd love for that to be one of the perks for being a member on my channel, you know? Like what they do over on Twitch. One of the incentives for becoming a subby on Twitch is that you don't have to deal with the ads that are auto rolls And I think they usually roll like every 30 minutes or something, and they're usually a pre-roll and that sort of thing. And when I said I watched part of a couple of different videos today, I meant seriously. I meant that. It's like I do sometimes watch and listen to some friends that are gaming or whatever on Twitch and TikTok and all of that. And today I popped into one of my friends a couple of times, and she was too distracted. I mean, she's awesome, but it was a little bit too distracting. I was trying to get some stuff done because my arm has been bugging me and I haven't been able to get some of the things done. So I basically had to shut her off. I said hi and everything, so she knows I popped in. I did give you guys fair warning earlier that this was not going to be my normal energetic stream, so I am talking more than I was expecting, but my arm does, it's bothering me, I think, more right now than it did last night, guys. I'll be honest. And it's been great all day. I have no idea what happened. Yep, these are spring-loaded ones too. Just like what Simon uses. I found it was 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, when I was visiting my mother-in-law for Thanksgiving. She happened to have a pair of these kind of scissors in her drawer. So, of course, I'm doing a little bit of crafting and did a couple of live streams and that sort of thing. And, yeah, I wound up, as soon as I tried these, like, oh my God, I like these so much better. So I went ahead and got them. I mean, I've been using Fiskars ones anyway, but these are Fiskars titanium. They're like anti-stick, so they don't really mess with my foam tape, because I use my foam tape all the time. And I've got like multiple other pairs of scissors here too. So if I need a long blade, I've got a long blade pair of scissors around here somewhere. Anyway, that are not the release, but I don't really need it all the time. Oh my God, as are a pain, I have been listening to ASMR to help me sleep, and I'll just be drifting, and then an ad will come on, and then I'm awake again. Yeah, I think that means it's time for you to make a recording of some kind of an ASMR thing. My husband's one where he can't have sound. He wears earplugs every night. When I do occasionally, if we are traveling and it's noisy or something and I'm not used to it, I will go ahead and use earplugs too, but I find that listening to my breathing keeps me awake, because it sounds completely different when you have earplugs in. It is so friggin' loud when you have earplugs in. Yeah, part of my problem lately, this past week, is that because my arm is the way it is, I sleep on my side. I have not been able to sleep on my side in the last week, so I'm not sleeping as well. And then day before yesterday, I woke up with low back pain because again, I'm not used to sleeping on my back. I always sleep on my side, so it's putting more pressure on my low back. So last night I had a pillow under my knees, and that helped a lot. I occasionally listen to running stream sounds. Yeah, that means you have to go to the bathroom. But yeah, I remember with my first husband, I've still got the CDs from back in the day when I had a CD player in the bedroom. He's been gone since '03, so it's been 20 years, right? But I still have some of the old CDs, like whale sounds, and there's one that has got like frogs or different types of things in the background, which worked great. We loved them. My current husband, no. He can't do. I've even recommended that when he was having sleeping trouble, and nope, he will not do it. Okay, so we've got a couple cute little things to go on a card, and we've got a couple of cool sentiments, and I've already been on here for an hour, and I'm using up all you guys' time tonight. So let's go ahead and pick out some papers to go with it. And I think I want to do like a combination. This is a bit busy. I really like those leaves, but that's still a little bit busy. So I could do Actually, I could do kind of a combination. Let's see. Okay, this I think will look good because it's got the glitter that almost looks like a solid, so that's going to go good as a solid background. And then we can have our pretty leaves. Come on, let go. We can have our leaves kind of as an accent or a mat or something. Cornelia, you know that's why I love you, honey. She says, Debbie J, yes, Debbie J, I have so many more important things to do. Yeah, and if I had Tangerine pulled up, you would be trolling me right now. I know you would. I do not have it added over here yet. Maybe next month. Okay, so grabbing out my paper trimmer. And maybe I'll add this little doggy to it too, because the doggy's so cute. So one of the ones that I kept from the paper. Only thing is he's so much bigger than, the cup is so much bigger than him. But I do have some other pretty things that I cut out as well, so I could use some of those. First off, I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to trim it down a lot. So we're going to go with 3. See, this one is... Oh, this is one I already cut down at one point. So I'm going to go 3 inches. Cutting it in half. Let's see, 3 by... I think that'll work. Let me grab out... I've also got some leftover card bases that are a little smaller than they're supposed to be, but that's okay. Ooh, I don't know. Now I'm not liking the combination. It's almost too busy. Okay, but bye, Miss Linda Gorman. You have a wonderful night, lady. Yeah, the faux glitter is fabulous. But now I haven't decided what I want to do with it. Okay. I think part of it's just that I like having that bit of white space around. So let me see. Okay, I just changed my mind. I'm not gonna go with the glitter. I love the glitter, but I'm gonna go with the leaves because I can. And this card base, like I said, is smaller than it's supposed to be. It is 5.5 by 4. So let's see. We're gonna go 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. That's going to give us a little bit of a white border. Fall breeze and autumn leaves. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want anything else? I do have some other little bits that I can add. But I think that's the main point I want to go with. And let's go ahead and use some Barely Art glue on the back here. Ooh. And now I'm like looking, do I want to go with this one? Actually, I think I kind of like that better. What do you guys think? Do you like the artsy look or do you like the leaves better? I'm thinking I think I like the artsy. D, I do not have the zombie. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some Barely Arts glue to the back. And pop that down. And asking the question, does anybody want to win this card? Adding some foam to the back because I do. Okay, Cordelia says, you know my answer. Oh, Cordelia, you do know that you won one last night. I probably should not let you win again. So I'm looking in my other stash, all my ephemera. Because this is kind of a little bit more muted for the cup, I don't really want to go with the ones that I cut out of the pattern paper. So that's a really good reason to use some of the others. So we have some corn. I don't know if I want corn on there or not, but let's go ahead and take a look. We've got corn. We've got some leaves. I do like the leaves. Also going to try to pick some things that are about sized right. The leaves will be fine regardless. And we do have some flowers. So that's going to be a better idea, I think, than the corn. Okay. Okay, Cordelia says, and I won a set from Jamie, which I don't want to send out because I won them and they're mine. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the giveaway tool. Don't know that I've still got it up anywhere. Let's go ahead and go there. Yeah, and I have not finished the cards yet, Cordelia. I've got a couple of ideas for them, and like I said, I hadn't decided. So I went ahead and I did another sheet of the Simon Hurley lunar paste. I'm sorry, solar paste on black, and I think I'm going to use this on the front too. So yeah, I think that's going to be cool. They turned out so nice once they were dry. I absolutely love them. Okay. Yeah, I do love the big, well, okay, we can put those back. I do like the bigger leaves, but I'm almost thinking that it's getting lost in the shininess of the background cardstock, but maybe I just need both. So we can have this leaf over here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I can add me, kind of want a flower here, and then I could do a flower kind of overlapping the front a little bit there, or is that too much? By the way, one reason I always look up is because looking down at your card, it looks one way, and then when I look at to see what it is that you guys are seeing, sometimes I've changed my mind. And I don't think I like the two side by side there. So do I want it just on the front? Nope, it needs to go in the back. Hello, Jim. Of course, Jim had to say something now because you know what? He wants to win the card. That's the only reason he popped in. I know it, right? Okay, I'm pulling up the giveaway tool now. And so this is going to only pull the names of all the folks that have said something in the chat on YouTube. Okay, it's not pulling from Facebook. So if you want to win the card and you're not haven't said anything yet in the chat, on YouTube, you need to head over to my YouTube channel real quick to do that. Okay, so now that I kind of know where I want everything, you wish I could use a little black on the background. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do like the black pop, but there really isn't any black. There's a little bit of black because of me stamping that, but there's not really a lot. So sometimes it's okay to go with just the pastels or just the colors. You don't have to have black on there. And I did make another card today using another thing from Not2Shabby. Where did I put it? It was another one of her older sets. There we go. And I did use black on that. So it is where I do think about it. So I made this one today. And I masked off. This is from this set. So this t-shirt comes with that sentiment attached to the stamp. So I masked that off before stamping the t-shirt. And then I added the "It's okay to take a break" on the inside. And I think that turned out pretty. But yeah, I went ahead and added the black because, you know, I've got the black, you know, the black outline for the t-shirt. I thought that looked pretty cool. As I do sometimes add that black pop of color. I go through different phases. I have no idea what you just said. RAFLMAO. I don't know what the RIF means. The rest of it I kind of know what it means, but I don't know what you're saying. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add our flower. Hello, Miss Donna. Welcome, welcome. And this welcome goes out to everybody I haven't already said welcome to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the giveaway tool for you guys. Where's my button? You guys are always you're getting used to me saying button, button, where's the button? Which actually came from Willy Wonka. I did not invent that. I didn't. And this is just because I have too many. There we go. It's on that same one. Well, what did I do that for? Let me move this over here so it doesn't show up on the same thing. Okay, so it should be this one. And then we're going to make this bigger so that you guys can actually see it. Giveaway tool, yay! So we're going to go ahead and pull up and start collecting the comments. We've got 11 folks in the chat who said hello. And we're going to go ahead and draw. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do that. No, 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 that is not fair. I did not mean that to happen. Cordelia, how did you do that to my drawing thing? I mean, you just won one from me last night. Even she's saying no. But yeah, she just won a card from me last night that I haven't finished making yet. And now she's going to win this one too. This is pretty though. I do kind of like it. Okay, adding some foam to the sentiment. Oh, gosh darn it. So that means I'm going to mail them probably both together. I think I can get away with cheaper postage. If I don't get away with cheaper postage, there'll be two separate ones, but I've got your address. Okay, do I need to make a second card, basically the same design, and go with it, since I did stamp out the little coffee mug? You guys tell me. Okay, Cordelia says spin again. So you want me to spin again to give away your card? Or you want me to spin again and give away a second one? Arlene says yes. Michelle says sure. I don't know that I saw Michelle's name in there. Cordelia says yes. Well, I asked two questions. So which one are you saying yes to? Let someone else win that card. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to re-pull the names. I don't think it's going to let me do it. I'm afraid it's going to break. Okay, let's see if it will let me pull all the comments, because I know we've got more people in the comments. Start collecting. Still says 11. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw. And it is Miss Michelle Cantrell. Awesome. I went to school with someone with the last name Cantrell. Okay, so this one's going to go to Michelle. So Michelle, you will need to email me at, I think I did have a thing up, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, Debbie J at Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Email me with your address so I can get this out in the mail to you in the next couple of days. So fabulous. Okay, this one's almost done. So while I am finishing this up, because it really doesn't need much on there, do want to let you guys know about a couple things coming up for me. First, there is my next card class. We just did one this last week, and it was so fun. This last week, it was a Halloween-y theme. Where did I put the cards? Oh, they're up there. So we did shaker cards, and I decided to go with the Halloween theme. So Here's one of them. Oh, you can't see it because I got the wrong screen up. Darn it. Let me switch it. And again, where did I put the button? Okay, here we go. Back to this right screen. Okay, so I made these two during our live stream this weekend. So we got one that is a cauldron, got nice shaker bits, and then I did an infinity shaker. So we made these during a class this week. Cordelia did some cards. It was awesome. And then, so while we're doing that, I basically put out to a couple of groups to a couple of my groups what they would like to see for an upcoming class. So the next one we're going to do is going to be a slider card, which I haven't done a slider card in a while. Those are so fun. But we're going to do a slider card, and we're going to put a choo-choo train on the front of it. It's going to be a Christmas train. It's going to be so awesome. But anyway, I'm excited about that, and I just basically decided that that's what we're doing. So if you're interested in one of my classes, be sure to sign up. I don't know if my StreamerBot's been posting anything to the YouTube because I haven't been paying attention, but you can just go to my website. That's edu.debbiejscraftingcorner.com, and there's a link like on the front page to be able to sign up for the class, and that's going to be, the live session is on the 14th, and then the replay will be available after that. So this looks pretty good, but I think I want to add something else to this, something I haven't done in a bit, and it depends on if I can find it. Did I have it over there, or did I put it away somewhere else? So I haven't used glossy accents in a while, and I don't actually have any glossy accents anymore because the bottle I had got super clogged because I wasn't using it up. I do have this older Odd Podge Dimensional Magic, which basically does the same thing, and since most of the card is all nice and shiny, I'm going to add some shine. And I hope it doesn't conflict with the watercoloring, and it may not work because now it looks like this one's clogged. Okay, that looks like it's working. Okay, so there was a bit down there that didn't want to work. And if it messes up, Michelle, don't worry, I will make a new one and fix it, and it'll be all pretty for you. But I'm going to go ahead and shine up our cup, and we're going to see how that does. And of course, I will be posting pictures later on, so you will be able to see the finished product. Right now, it's not going to look the way it's going to when it dries, because right now it's going to be a little milky because of all of that shiny stuff on there. And hopefully it won't warp too much either, because I have in the past used too much. I may have to take some of this off, but I have used too much of the glossy accent stuff and wound up warping the paper, and yeah, it does happen. So now I'm going to try to just get it to level itself out, because there were some places where I was seeing some of the cardstock still in there. Well, since Michelle says that she likes it all shiny and sparkly, have an idea also to add to this, and hopefully it will work fine. It's going to be sitting here overnight, and we shall see. But I do not use this very much. It has glitter. I've got a glitter duster thing that this one is actually from Michael's, and it doesn't work as nicely as I would like. I have never been able to get it to actually spray it like I want it to, so I'm going to just take some of the glitter I put in there about a year ago. We're going to add a little bit of glitter to our glossy accents, or our dimensional magic part. I'm not adding a lot, I'm just doing a little bit of a sprinkle. Oh, this is already looking pretty. And since it is pretty much dinner time, I'm not going to be touching this. It's going to be basically just sitting here overnight, and then I can take pictures in the morning. And the coffee mug, at least, is going to be all nice and shiny. And again, Michelle, be sure to email me so that I can have your address so I can mail this out to you. If I don't get your address, I can't mail it. Okay. So that is gonna finish that up. So there we go. Here is the card that's going to be going out. Hello, Rudy. Welcome, welcome. Happy to see you in. We are finishing up, and I'm actually going a little late, so sorry about that, guys. But thank you for popping in. I really appreciate you always coming and hanging out with me, even when I'm not at the top of my game. And yeah. So I told you about the class. We've also got, this is also something that's really, really exciting. My friend Erin Reed, a lot of you guys already know her. You know that I have had her, I think I've had her on my channel. I don't know if I've actually had her on my channel at all yet. She's always so super busy, and so am I, so we don't get a chance to get together like we want to, but I have gotten to meet her in person, gotten to hang out with her in Austin, because that's kind of her area that she lives, and went there to see my in-laws a couple years ago, and got to go hang out with her. And let's change it to chat screen. Okay, so you guys know Erin. I also got to hang out with her some at Creativation. She is super awesome. Absolutely love her. And she just recently did a maker's retreat, and which I didn't get to go to because, yeah, time and where it was and all. And it was an in-person thing. Well, she decided to do a virtual one to go along with it. And she's got kits for that she's selling to go along with all things. So it's basically like an actual real crop, an actual real retreat that's going to be like 5 days of all this crafting thing, and she's doing that. And I get to be one of the not one of the speakers at her event, but she's also got sponsors coming in, and I get to represent Artistry. So I'm going to be doing an Artistry live stream on her YouTube channel on the 7th, which I think is that Saturday. But I've also got links so that you can, if you want to, register to go to her event. And it will, of course, give me credit because it is an affiliate link. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the chat on my YouTube channel. It's just Debbie J's Crafting Corner / Makers Retreat. I had it saved to a notepad. Let me go ahead. No, that's the wrong one. I had something else saved to that. Let me get the link, and then I can just cut and paste. I type so slowly. Anybody else have that trouble? I love that YouTube. I mean, I love that Google remembers all my stuff so that I don't have to. Makes it a lot easier so I don't have to type everything. So this is the link to the Makers Retreat. I'm just going to put it in my YouTube channel, and that's it. But yeah, if you're interested in attending that, go to that link. There's also going to be giveaways. One of the things I'm going to be giving away, I've added this to the giveaway actually. One of the things being given away is going to be free access to the class coming up on October the 14th. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to say that we are going to be done. I have a hard time saying goodbye because I love all my people. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful night. Again, thank you for putting up with me and my shoulder and all the things. And also me not putting up really any videos in the last week. I have a lot of things I need to work on. I plan on working on them pretty much constant for the next several days. So you will see some new stuff coming up from me, including unboxing and all the fun things for the next clubs from Not2Shabby, which I have got the stamp and die of the month, so that is coming up. And y'all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you soon. And where are some of my buttons? First, thank you. There's my thank you button. So thank you so much, and y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.